Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of 6 Minute Saturday. My name is Tina Powell from C-Suite Social Media, where we help financial advisors make the most of their digital marketing and social media. So today we're going to be talking about the 3 important metrics that financial advisors need to know when it comes to concerning their Google Analytics. So stay tuned. We are going to hit the 6-minute timer. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, 6 minutes. Let's get to it. And let me share my screen. I have prepared, as usual, a fantastic presentation that's just going to knock your socks off. Not really, but wishful thinking. But I do think that you're going to enjoy it. Okay, the first slide is, actually, I wanted you to see this slide, 3 important metrics on Google Analytics for financial advisors that you can't afford to miss. That's the big thing, because as it relates to Google Analytics, it's a free tracking tool. It's a free measurement tool for your website. You basically install a little piece of code on your website. Actually, your website developer or your web person could do that. And this way that you can have access to all of the reports that Google offers. There's also, too, a learning academy. So Google Analytics is a free platform, but not only is it a free platform, but their learning modules are also free. So I encourage you, if you have anybody that's taking care of your website, even internally, and they don't know, need to even just brush up on their analytics, and even for financial advisors, it would be well worth your time just to start exploring what Google Analytics can do as far as powering your decision-making as a firm about where to spend the most marketing dollars and the types of behaviors and trends that you're seeing online. So I do, one note of caution, Google Analytics is a really super, super hard technical program. So even if you're not highly technical, you can still get some basic data from Google Analytics to help empower your decision making. So just with that in mind. Where I see the real value of Google Analytics is not, the reports are certainly valuable, but it is what you do. It's what you do with this information as it relates to, maybe you design new pages for your website. Maybe you start to see that there are certain trends like people bouncing off a certain page. It also, too, might be your page load time really frustrating people on a mobile device, and that's why we're seeing a lot of bounce rate. But it's what you do with the information once you have it, and that's the real value of Google Analytics. So there are basically 4 main sections. I'm going to show you what a report looks like, actually on a mobile device in a second. But there's 4 groups, and I like it to think of it as AABC. And the first is audience, who's visiting. The second is that where is that audience coming from, and that is known as acquisition. Behavior, that's the B. Behavior is, what are they doing? How long are they spending time on site? What does the flow look like, right? If they come in on your home page, where is that journey mapping them to throughout your website? Google Analytics will also tell you that information. And conversion, right? What's working, what's not? You might have a sign-up form on one of your website pages, and Google will tell you actually what pages are working and performing the best. Again, so that you can modify and change your website as needed. So let's look at this. The first metric for users over time. And this is in the audience, remember the AABC, this is in the audience section. We're going to look at that in a minute. Basically, you need to understand that there are 3 groups of people as it relates to Google Analytics. The first are users. Those are people who come to the site. So anytime that you see the word users, mind you, it could also be a bot too. So Google Analytics isn't 100% accurate, but users, generally the people that that's coming to your site, Sessions or every visit is a session. You could have multiple sessions per day. And new users, new visitors to the site. Why is this important? Because basically you want to understand the frequency, the behaviors of your online or audience, as well as to quantify the results of your marketing efforts. If you've just spent a whole lot of time and even resources redoing your website, you want to know that it's working. And not only that, you want to be able to see a correlation behind what you're doing from a marketing point of view on your website to actually behavior. Here's our second metric, and that is average session duration. I think that speaks for itself, but we'll define it. How long are people on your site? So when that user comes in, how long does that session look like? And so here you can see, this is actually a mobile screenshot. I have my Google Analytics hooked up to my phone so that for the multiple sites that we advise on or that we're working with our clients, that we can see from a marketing point of view what's working and what's not, so that we could fine tune it. The third metric, because we're ending, 6 minutes is coming up, is that where are people coming from? And I love this. Obviously, we're C-Suite Social Media, and we do a lot of work in social media. There are a couple of ways to monitor social media traffic, but here's a good one, and this is the audience by acquisition. Again, it's not 100%, but you can basically see, what I like is that you can see trend lines, and that overall in this particular page here, we see that the direct traffic, which is when people, sorry, the timer is going off. Done. We'll spend a few more minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, it is not shutting off. There we go. Okay, so where people are coming from. So which channel is driving the most amount of traffic? So here we can see that it's direct traffic. It's people that are either typing into the browser bar the address of your domain. It could also be that it's bookmarked. There could also be a shortcut on somebody's desktop if you're the type of site, if they're checking in with you regularly. And here, the number 2 referral here would be social media. So in this case, this would lead us from a marketing point of view to understand that, yes, our social is having an effect. So I hope that these 3 important metrics were really important. I hope, and I want to, again, encourage you to look at your Google Analytics. Even if you have even if you have an outside company that's managing your website, make sure that you're keeping track and that somebody's viewing these traffic reports, because again, what we do in marketing is we really need to balance our decision making along with the data. So Google Analytics is a great place to start, and that's it. It's Tina Powell signing off. You can text the word Tina in all caps to 444-999 if you want to receive our blog and tips like that. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks again for tuning in to 6 Minutes Saturday. Bye.